Hi there, I'm Hayden Crawford from the Dreemtime Academy, and I'm a wellness coach and spiritual teacher specialising in colour therapy and numerology. Here is your Starseed Oracle forecast for January 2023. Well, can you believe it? We have reached 2023. Goodbye 2022 and good riddance, I say. Welcome into 2023. Now this brings in the energy of 23. Okay, now this in the colour mirror system relates to bottle 23, which is called initiation. Now this is a respite from ongoing initiations. So if you think about what we've been through as collectively and individually over the past few years, we've had COVID, the global financial crisis and the war in Russia and the Ukraine. And it's been quite difficult, hasn't it? But it's always with a view of helping us to evolve to the next level of spiritual awareness. So things don't necessarily always happen to us, they happen for us. Now, we are going to be experiencing a bit of a break from all of that chaos in 2023, which is good news. So you will experience a lot more peace in your heart. And it's also going to activate your third eye chakra as well this year, because royal blue connects up to the third eye. And this is about holding a very clear vision of your future as the collective's future and your own future as well. So thinking about how you can really hold that vision for the new earth energies as we become more connected in unity consciousness fundamentally. So we can also see that alongside of that, we've got our universal year cycle number has changed as well. So as we've moved into 2023, we add the 2 and the 3 together and it creates 7. So another influence that's affecting us this year is actually represented by this bottle here, which is called Neptune. Now, Neptune is turquoise over turquoise, and Neptune was the Roman god of the sea. Number 7 in numerology is all about the subconscious mind, the mysteries, illusions, miracles, magic, and faith of life, and going in and learning, at a deeper level, but also sharing that wisdom with other people. So actually using it to be able to teach, but it's always about learning through your own experiences. So 7 can often present itself as sacrifice, so it could be that, you have to let go of something. And especially as, we move through January, which starts off in Capricorn and, on the new moon on the 21st, it goes into Aquarius. Aquarius is more of that turquoise energy, which is, about exploring these mysteries, illusions, miracles, magic and faith of life, but also the subconscious mind. So it's a great opportunity during the month of January to go inwards, to reflect, to look at limiting beliefs, stuck patterns, frozen emotions, and also do some inner child healing as well. So it'll all be happening beneath the surface during January, and especially as we reach the new moon. Now, remember, we've got the full moon as well that's coming in on the 6th as well, which will amplify a lot of that Capricornian influence in early January as well, which can mean that, it's all about, sort of doing the hard yards to be able to get to where you want to get to as well. And actually, if we think about it as a global month cycle, it's number 8, okay? Because we're in 2023 in January as a 1, so we just add the 1 onto the 7. And this is Saturn in the colour mirror system, which is old father time, and this one's lilac over violet. So in Capricorn, we know Capricorn's ruled by Saturn as well, and this is, organisation. It's about control, it's about the individual, and it's about independence. So we can see as well, for the first 3 weeks really of January, all of these influences about us getting organised, feeling more in control of our lives is going to be affecting us as a collective and individually as well. The 8 is also, in some cultures quite an auspicious number, and, it represents 2 circles. One is completion in the heavenly realm and one is completion on the earthly plane as well. So it can bring in new levels of abundance and prosperity for you as well. So, you can expect financial gain as you start getting organised and controlling those aspects of your life that maybe haven't been looked at for a while. So as usual, I'm going to show you 3 separate cards, one that represents a message for your ego, one that represents a message for your soul, and the third one which is an action step for you to take during the month of January as well. Okay, so it's really important that you take the action steps as well, because otherwise you'll kind of spend your whole life standing on one leg, and you want to be able to progress as you move through 2023, don't you? Let's face it, we all do, don't we? So before we do that, I'm going to ask you just to put your hand on your heart, because we want to draw down the energy of your star family to help and assist you with this process as well. And of course, because we're dealing with, the sort of crown and heart chakra energies, that turquoise and violet, it's the Andromedans that come back in to be able to assist us. And of course, I'm an Andromedan starseed, and the Andromedans are all about freedom, communication and versatility, and self-love and self-acceptance and self-confidence. So the Andromedans are really drawing in close, and they're saying, look, we've got your back. But we can only really help you if you ask us. Remember, we've got free will as human beings, and they can't intervene unless we sort of put your hand up and say aye. So I want you to set an intention by putting your hand on your heart, closing your eyes, taking a nice deep breath in, and then just imagine yourself surrounded by a beautiful flickering purple or lilac light. Okay, it's going all the way around you, and it can even have like beautiful turquoise sort of splaying off that violet as well, so it could be dual colour. Just imagine it in any way that you feel is right for you. And then I want you to ask for clear and concise information that you can not only understand, but you can integrate and anchor as well, so that you can best navigate the energies of the month. Brilliant. Okay, so I'm going to show you the first card. This one is the message for your ego or your conscious mind. And the card that comes in is Empathic Starseed. Empathic Starseed. And of course, that's exactly what you are. Now, obviously, we've just come out of Christmas, haven't we? And during Christmas time, we get time with family. We get, sort of bombarded by other people's energies, because it's a time where everybody gets together. So as an empathic starseed, you might take on board other people's stuff, so their energy, their emotions, their issues, and think that they're your own, and really that's not yours to carry. So as you move through January, consciously you've got to be aware of your energetic sovereignty. Okay, so what's yours and what isn't yours. So don't absorb what's not yours. And it might take you a while to get back into the new year. And that's okay. You don't have to save the world at the beginning of the year. You might need to just take some time out for yourself, pamper and nurture yourself, so that you can get your head into the right space, so that you feel like you've got something to give. And once you've kind of moved through that, then you're going to be a lot stronger to be able to influence, affect, and make people feel better about themselves as well, because as part of your role as an empathic starseed, you are here to help other people to raise their vibration and gain greater self-awareness as well. But you've got to fill your own cup up first. Okay, so know what's yours and what's other people's. Now this brings in this beautiful pale pink and pale apple green bottle, which is called Starlight. It's the Lotus bottle, but it's like a freedom, a heart freedom energy that comes in here. And it's beautiful really, because it's sort of nurturing that beautiful sensitive aspect of self, that inner child that needs to have time to play and to be mothered and to be nurtured as well. And that can offer you that sense of freedom within the heart space, which is so key to being able to survive January, basically. Now, if we look at the card that comes up as a message for your soul, it's the whale and orca elders. The whale and orca elders. Now, aren't the whales and dolphins just the most beautiful creatures on the planet? If you imagine their life, is just submerged in that turquoise energy, of this Neptune energy that we were talking about earlier on. And that's where they exist, and they are wise elders. And really, they communicate through telepathy and through sound vibration. And they just do their thing. They can't pretend to be anything other than what they are. They're just amazingly enigmatic creatures that, that share their song with the rest of the world. So the message for your soul is that that's what you need to do as well. And that could just be about being instead of doing. Just be. Be who you are. Relax into that. Dive deep, into your subconscious through meditation. Explore what's going on beneath the surface. what's really happening underneath all of that other stuff, that the stuff that's cluttering your conscious mind, those repetitive thoughts, those dramas, those mini dramas that you play out in your reality. Look at what's causing all of that, and just give yourself that space and time to be able to observe and analyze and just be a voyeur, of your own movie for a while. Now, this also brings in the energy of the well bottle in the colour mirrors, which is bottle 34, which is turquoise over blue. Now, again, this 34 reduces to a 7, which is Neptunian, and this really is about difficulties coming to an end. So we can see that as you start to live your life on purpose, instead of doing things that you feel obligated to do, or what your parents taught you to do, or what you're giving yourself a hard time about yourself for, it's kind of like, okay, so when you live life on purpose, none of that other stuff matters, and it just enables you to live more in faith and flow and trust, and just like the whale moves through the ocean gracefully. That's how your life wants to become, and January is going to give you this opportunity to be able to do that, as long as you detach from the energies of those people around you that aren't consciously trying to drain you. It's just you're so empathic that you take on board their emotions. So the third card that comes up for you is your action step. This is the action step for you to take, and this is actually the golden children. The golden children. There you go. Beautiful, isn't it? And you are a golden child, and you know it. So this is the inner child. And often, it feels neglected, and it wants to be heard, and it wants to be the centre of attention sometimes. And sometimes there's other people that shine brighter on occasions, and it feels like, oh, well, I'm just not as good as them. Or, and I just want to ask you to let go of all of that doubt about yourself and all of those fears that are keeping you stuck. And just claim your rare gifts that you have, and know how powerful they are, and how important they are, and how life-changing they are for people. The innocence of the child is the most precious thing, that we have on this planet. And that's why we love our children so much, because we recognise our own reflection in them, and we remember what it's like to feel that sense of innocence. So the child is perfect in its own right, whether it's doing, making money, or going out in the world and trying to make it on some level. The child doesn't have all of that stuff going on, and we love them unconditionally, don't we? Because they're just so cute. So this is what you've got to remember about you, is that your inner child just wants to be mothered, and that's why I'm bringing in the pink pearl of wisdom as being this beautiful vibration that assists the action step for you to take. And that's just purely just to give yourself some of your own mothering, nurturing, loving energy, and be kind to yourself. And this will help you with issues of separation, particularly from the mother archetype or the divine feminine. It'll also help you to reconnect with your own heart energy, so that you can just feel emotions more purely, and of course feel the support from the divine mother of the divine as well. So I just want to wish you all the best January possible. I absolutely hope that you get the most out of 2023 that you possibly can do. But remember, always strip it back to basics. It's never about what it is that you're hoping to achieve. It's about the journey that you go on to get there. The final destination really is irrelevant. If you don't enjoy the journey, then you might as well just pack your bags and fly back up to Andromeda, because we're here for a human experience, and we're here for a good time, not a long time. Have fun, everybody, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.